Okay, I'm back to finish up those last two examples, and we're looking at factoring by grouping. All right, now what I want to do is, before I do this question, I want to do the same question, but we're going to pretend x minus 2 and x minus 2 are a letter m. So if I rewrite this as 5x times m minus 3 times m, you can see that if I need to factor this, what I have in common is just the m. So the m would come out front, and when I divide 5xm by m, I'm left with 5x, and when I divide negative 3m by m, I'm left with negative 3. All right, so we're going to do the exact same thing, but instead of the m, we're going to use the x minus 2. So what they have in common, the two terms, is x minus 2. So I'm going to put the x minus 2 out front. I have to keep brackets around it to show that they belong together, that binomial. That's just the same thing as dividing out the m, right? The m was common, so same thing. What I have left, if I take 5x times x minus 2, which is my first term, and I divide it by my common factor of x minus 2, these cancel and go to 1. So I'm left just with 5x for my first term. If I take my second term, which is negative 3x minus 2, and I divide it by my common factor of x minus 2, these cancel and I'm left with negative 3. And then that is your final answer. I'm just going to erase some of the circling that I did. So this looks a little bit different because what I have sitting out front is a binomial. All the other examples that we did, it was a monomial sitting out front. Okay, but you can factor out by a binomial, and that's what's known as factoring by grouping. And think of what we did over here with the black. We just pretended that binomial was m. And when I do that, it just seems so much easier. All right, now we're going to use this concept to factor by grouping this question over here. So what I have is I have ax minus ay minus 5x plus 5y. When I look at all four terms together, they have nothing in common. So these first two terms have a's, but these last two do not. The first and the third term have x's, but the other two do not. We have y's in the second and the fourth, but none of the other terms have y's, and the last two terms have 5's, but nothing else has 5's. Okay, so we can't factor all four, but I can group these, and I can factor these two terms and these two terms. Okay, so those are imaginary brackets. That's what we're thinking. We're grouping them into two separate and factor. So let's look at the first two terms. What they have in common is a. So I'm going to take the a to the front as my common factor. And when I divide the first term by a, I'm left with x. When I divide my second term by a, I get negative y. Okay, my next group, we're looking at negative 5x plus 5y. That's what we're thinking in our head. And the common factor between these two terms is 5. Because the first term is negative, we know we need to divide out the negative 5. Okay, when I divide negative 5x by negative 5, I get a positive 1x. When I divide 5y by negative 5, I get a negative y. And look what happened. We now have a binomial that's a common factor. Exactly what we did over here in the first question. So I now can divide out this x minus y as my common factor. That goes to the front. And then when I divide my first term by x minus y, I'm left with a. And when I divide my second term by x minus y, I'm left with negative 5. And that's factoring by grouping. So there are going to be some questions in the homework that I assign that will be factoring by grouping. There's not a lot. You have this example to go back and look at. But the main focus of today is to learn how to common factor. Okay, so these questions at the end are a little bit different. Do your best to understand them, and if you need help, you just got to let me know. All right, guys, have a great day.